Hey, good morning, Sharks fans. I hope you're up and at 'em and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for this crack of dawn game here for Game 5 of the USA Canada Cup. My name is Cheryl Gilroy. Welcome inside the Sports World Arena. And I will bring you in as our Sharks are about to take to the ice. I do apologize. This is not the best sight line for today's game, but I'll do my best to give you the action to you. I'm as high as I can get. There's only 2 rows here. And so I'm going to be shooting through plexiglass and through mesh. I'll do the best I can. But welcome to Game 5. Thank you for joining me here all weekend in Kitchener-Waterloo. I've had a great time covering these ladies this weekend and looking forward to one more game here and then relaxing for the rest of the Sunday afternoon here. And then getting back to regular season action next Friday, Saturday, which is on the road visiting Cambridge and London as the Sharks take to the ice. Game 5, so I believe it is going to be Riley Maxwell's game, but I will see. I did not get a starting lineup. Today's competitor is Gilmore Academy. They are visiting us from the glorious state of Ohio. I was just talking to one of the players ahead of the warm-up here. And they about a 4.5-hour drive home. 3-minute warm-up has commenced. Actually got 2.5 hours left, so we'll get set here for game number 5. A little bit snowy here in Waterloo this morning, so we'll have to be careful with our drive later on as the team heads back up to Barrie. I did hear that the 400 northbound was closed at Major Max, so hopefully that's not still in existence by the time everybody heads back home. Minute and a half left in warm-up, and we'll get set for period number 1. Thanks so much for joining me here at this ungodly hour. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely is one of the colder rinks I've been in this weekend. Down here close to the ice surface, as it usually is when you play in rinks like this with minimal seating. I do see heaters up there, but I don't think that they're going to be on today. All right, that's 30 seconds remaining here, and we'll get set for puck drop. I am parked here at center ice, so I will give the best vantage point that I can. And I had a brief look at the Gilmore Academy's roster, and I'll do my best to bring you that. But this one's just for fun. One last game before everybody hits the road and goes home after a fantastic weekend. Good luck to all the other teams playing for medals and their consolation games today. Big powwow here at the net. And then I believe it is Riley Maxwell on net. Yep, that is the door out front, though, as usually the starting goaltender is in the middle of the pack. And then I'll let you know what the starting lineup is. Everybody's bundling up here. It is a cold rink. All right. Who do we have? Looks like it's Sonia Mehta and Piper 7 on defense. Sam Lormand, Simone Swanson, and Maddie McKay on the forward. And yes, indeed. Oh, I'm wrong. Ava Zador is in net. Once again, thanks for joining me here this morning, folks. Grab a coffee, grab a muffin, get set for one more exciting game here in Kitchener-Waterloo. Underway here, Game 5, USA Canada Cup Series here in Kitchener-Waterloo. This is a consolation game as the Bears Sharks did not earn enough points to get them into any kind of a medal round today. Sonia Mehta behind her own net trying to clear the zone. She'll peel back behind Ava Zador over to Piper 7 and up to Simone Swanson. She'll get it to the neutral zone, but Gilmore Academy takes over. Gilmore Academy wearing these beautiful white helmets and black jerseys. Pretty sharp. Out into the neutral zone here for Sam Lorm, and she's pushed into the boards rather heavily, and that's going to result in the first penalty of the game. It's going to go against Gilmore Academy, so Barrie will have a power play here. Not even a minute in. Face off to the right of the netminder for Gilmore. I did get permission from one of the girls on the team to call them the Gilmore Girls. They do get that nickname quite a bit. Face off down in the Gilmore end, and the Sharks will have a power play. Let's see what they can do with it. To Willard at the blue line, sending it to the far side for Charette. Charette sending it down deep. Back to the blue line. She'll step in, pass it off to Gabby Willard. Back to the point for Charette. One-timer sails past the near side post. Sharks still in possession of the puck. Down into the corner. Back to Willard. Over to Charette on the far side in front of the Gilmore bench. Back to Willard. Charette and Willard playing a little bit of catch. Down low for Mally Winter. She'll step in and take over the point and hand it off to Gabby Willard. Back to Winter at the point. She'll turn around. Change places again with Charette. Hand the puck off. Again through traffic, just past the near side post again. Sharks continue to cycle that puck around. Wallace puts it on target, but that goes over the crossbar and into the plexiglass on the far side. Charette will come down deep behind the goal line. Looking for Wallace. Nope, she's going to send it back to the point for Mally Winter. Down to Gabby Willard. Abby Brumwell is also on this power play. Hasn't touched the puck yet, but she is parked right in front of the net. Willard shot in, pad save. Winter with a quick shot and a save by the netminder. Let's see if I can find out who this netminder is. It's number 35, Carly Nolan, so I'll make sure I call that correctly. Face off to the left of Nolan as we continue here on the power play. Just under 40 seconds to go here now. Elda Silva now on the power play with Dion and Cosgrave on the blue line. Sadie France takes over at the blue line, sending it over to Cosgrave. Shot in, saved by Nolan. Skips behind the net, giving the Gilmore Academy girls enough time to get it out. No, to the blue line. Cosgrave to Dion, and they go offside. Face off to the other side, looks like. All right. Play continues here, or just about coming to the end of the power play. Eight seconds on the clock here, but 10 seconds on my clock, so one of us is off, but we'll come back to 5-on-5 here in just a few seconds. Sadie France on the draw. Sharks win it after the draw. De Silva to the point. Shot in by France, just past the near side post. Puck loose out in front. Gilmore gets it as far as the blue line, but not out yet. Back to 5-on-5. De Silva with that puck. She's had a hot weekend. Sadie France firing it through. That misses on the far side post this time and to the far side corner. Cosgrave holding the line. Down for Jenny Keller. Keller trying to dig it out from the goal line. It'll ring around the near side corner for Kathleen Dion. Looking to send it back. Gilmore is going to clear the zone and get it to neutral. Sending it back to Sadie France and over to Cosgrave. Cosgrave will lift it and send it down as she heads off to the bench. Gilmore girls taking over. They'll fire it down. They'll enter the Shark zone, trying to get a handle on the puck. Picked up rather quickly by Sonia Meta, so the Sharks are going to look to clear that puck. Stewart now on the ice for the Barrie Sharks. She'll gather that puck in front of Zador. Over to Kaya Harbeck. Bounce off the boards to May Severin. She'll bring it in. Has her stick lifted so she can't get a shot off. Back behind the net into the far side. Gilmore trying to get it out. It will pop out to neutral. Picked up by Sonia Meta again. She'll peel back. Take a turn. Sends it up to Kaya Harbeck. Nope. Interception by Gilmore. Back on Sonia Meta's stick. Over to Piper Seven. Kate Stewart dumps it down and then heads to the bench. So fresh fins out for everybody as both the defensive and offensive lines change for the Barrie Sharks. To the neutral zone and skips over. Hits the official, but not out of bounds. Gilmore taking over in their own end. Sending it forward, off the boards. Willard hits a wall, but puts the puck back in play into the Gilmore end. They'll battle for it here on the near side boards. Willard tries to find it, but it skips town. Gabby Willard finds it again, brings it back in. Both Willard and McKay fighting for it. Puck finally squirts free into the far side. Charette bringing it back into the Sharks' end and to her D partner Willard. Handed off to Sam Larman. She comes in with a lot of speed, but she's pushed off into the far side, near side boards. It'll go back behind the net for Simone Swanson. Looking for Brumwell in front. Trying to hold on to that puck in the Gilmore end. She weaves around a couple of black sweaters. Hands it off to the Dion. Dion, Brumwell fires and a save by Nolan. Gilmore had it after the draw. Sharks trying to take over. Here comes Gilmore Academy. They'll enter the zone. Can't hold on possession of the puck, but they will chase after the near side corner. Sharks send it to the far side. Up to Abby Brumwell. Brumwell gets it to neutral, but can't hold on to that puck. Gilmore coming back the other way. It'll trickle behind Zador. Cosgrave to Wallace. Wallace lifting it over to Abby Brumwell. Brumwell can't hold on. Back to Kathleen Dion. She'll send it down into the Gilmore end. Battle for it in the near side corner, trying to get out in front. Here's Jenny Keller. Looking for the wraparound. No, she's going to come right back out. Hands it off to Sadie France. France fires it through. Pad save by Nolan. Meta holds the line. Sending it over to Piper Seven. Stays inside that blue line down low. De Silva cutting, looking for the backhand. Backhand for Meta instead. Great save by Nolan. Piper Seven back at the point. Dumps it down deep for Sadie France. France to De Silva. Nope, they'll change places. France to Meta at the blue line. Meta to the far side. Shot in by Willard and a stoppage in play here with 8:28 to go in the first period. Great action in the Gilmore end. No score as of yet. Face off to the left of Nolan. France in for the drop. Back to Piper Seven. Jenny Keller. Down low in the near side corner. Meta trying to hold the line, but Gilmore comes away with it, and they have a little bit of space as they get to the Shark zone. Looking for a pass out in front. It's there. Saved by Zador as the Gilmore Academy lady goes flying in front of the crease. Gilmore keeps it down in the Sharks' end. They want another go at it. Sadie France hands it off to Sonia Meta. Jenny Keller back to Meta. To the far side for Piper 7. And Dita Silva, who hands it off to Jenny Keller. And Sharks come right back into the Gilmore Academy end. Jenny Keller battling to hold on to that puck. Looks like there's no shots on the shot clock, unfortunately. Charette steps in, fires it through. Saved by Nolan, and she covers up for a puck drop. 7:34 remaining in the first period. This is the first game on this pad today, so there will be a flood after period number 2. Just an FYI, so you know where the flood's happening. It is extremely cold on this rink. Kind of almost wish for a flood after every period to warm up outside. Gilmore has it after the drop. They'll battle for it on the near side corner, sending it to the far side. Stewart trying to hold on. Tried to give it to May Sever, but now Willard's got it. Charette steps in, keeps it on the right side of the blue line. Nope, can't keep it in there. Stewart steps out, gets back on side, but can't reclaim the puck fast enough. Now she's got it. Hands it off to Severn. Severn brings it right in through the slot. One-timer by Charette. Pad save by Nolan. Back to Charette at the blue line. Deacon around. Steps in again with another shot. Loose puck. Batted away by the Gilmore defense. All the way back to the red line. Bit of a fan of the shot there by Dion, but she gets it to Sam Lormond. Brings it right back in. A lot of time spent in the Gilmore end, but still can't find the back of the mesh yet. Dion trying to hold on. Sharks are offside, so they'll have to tag, and they do. Gilmore takes over with that puck. Gets it to neutral. They had a bit more space here as the Gilmore Academy girls send it down deep. Nope, doesn't stay there long. Sharks get rid of it and send it back the other way. Shot in by Larmond, loose puck. Another great save by Nolan. 2 really good stops by Nolan. Goes behind the goal, back to Cosgrave at the blue line. She'll fire it through traffic. That hits a body, does not reach the netminder. McKay on the near side. That goes behind. We'll have a stoppage in play here with 5:55 to go. Looks like the net is off its plugs. Face off to the left of Nolan. Back to the blue line. Sharks will double back. This is Kathleen Dion. Sending it forward, but just bounces off Sam Lorman's stick. Simone Swanson puts it in, but only temporarily. Now they'll dump it down and chase after it again. Down in the near side corner. McKay behind the net. Out in front. Wallace grabs the puck, but can't get the shot off. Stick lifted. She'll hold on to that puck. Nope, just temporarily as the Gilmore Academy players get it to the blue line, but not out. Now it comes to neutral as they'll battle for it right in front of the Gilmore bench. Up to Taya Wallace. Wallace trying to slide over to Winter. Couldn't put it on her backhand. Brumwell trying to do the same thing. Puck will come to neutral. Just escaping the zone. No Shark at the point. Meta. Back to Seben. Intercepted. Gilmore girls bring it in. Trying to cycle that puck around and get it out in front. Zadora hasn't seen the puck a whole lot in the first period. Sharks taking over. Wallace chasing after it. The puck comes all the way down. No icing. That's waved off as the Gilmore player could get to that puck. Back into the Sharks' end. Nope, it'll stay in neutral. France trying to put it back the other way. Picked up by the Gilmore Academy ladies and send it down deep in the near side corner. Gabby Willard taking over behind the net. Over to the far side and back to neutral again. Good puck action back and forth. Gilmore looking to put it out in front. Can't do it. Sharks keep it on the outside. Willard to the far side. Out in front. Deflection. Gilmore looking for the rebound as they continue to pass that puck around. They'll battle for it in the far side corner. And it's going to get taken over by Elva Silva. She's got Jenny Keller with her, and that's who she passes to as they re-enter the Gilmore end. Shot in, looking for a deflection for France, but that goes to the far side. France a couple of strides back and couldn't get her stick on it. Puck comes to neutral for Annabella Cosgrave. Tells her rival to take a seat as she puts the puck back in play. But the puck doesn't stay there long and comes back out to neutral. Dion. Back in the Sharks' own end. Steer around the backside and up to Annabella Cosgrave. Cosgrave deeks around a couple of black sweaters and sends it up to Kaya Harbeck, but that's going to be icing. You guys, I'm on a public YouTube channel if you want to come on and watch it from here.
Oh, what's it called?
I'll tell you in just a second, okay? Back to neutral. Off to Harbeck, who fires in a great glove save. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. May Severin steps in for the face-off for the Barrie Sharks. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Puck trickles right on to Piper Sebenstick and over to Sonia Meta. Meta sends it down deep. Seben. Down in the corner. Cutting in is Kate Stewart, sending it to the far side. Kate Stewart. Can't get it out. Now she hands it off to May 7. Doesn't get over that blue line, though. Gilmore Academy takes a turn. In they come, trying to deke around Kate Stewart. Both ladies lose their footing. The puck will trickle behind the goal line and behind Ava Zador. Off to Sonia Meta. Kaya Harbeck trying to gather that puck, but Gilmore puts it back into the far side corner. Puck will now squeak out to neutral as Kate Stewart will chase after that puck. Sliding it off to Larman, doesn't reach her. Gilmore taking over. They enter the zone, but picked up by Sam Larman. Here's Simone Swanson sending it to the far side for Maddie McKay. Sharks enter the zone, trying to cut it to the middle. McKay does manage to get a shot off. Charette down to the corner, swings it around for Sam Larman. To Charette. Throws it in. No Shark in front to bat at home. Shark still in possession of the puck, though. Down deep. McKay, big turn. Waits, fires. Right on target, but a great pad save by Nolan. McKay still gets it out in front. Looking for Swanson. It will trickle to the blue line, and Willard will hold it. She'll step in and fire. That's deflected up. Another shot by Larman. That's misses on the near side post. To the far side, Willard still holding the line. Handing it off to Swanson. Swanson will deke around a couple of black sweaters. Still holds on and puts that shot in. Nope, picked up by Gilmore. Now into neutral. Gabby Word all the way back into the Sharks' end. Final minute of play here in the first period. Charette puts it back down to the Gilmore side. Puck will escape. And up and down off that plexiglass. To Dion. She'll fire it through. That hits a shin guard. She'll find the puck and fire again. That misses on the far side. Winter to the blue line. Back to Gilmore. They'll bring it around the backside and out the near side corner. Sharks trying to pull it away from that. Gilmore keeping it in that corner. Going into our final 10 seconds of the first period. Fast pace, no score. It'll come out to neutral. And I'm going to suspect that Dion's just going to hold it back here as time clicks off of the first period. So after 15 minutes, we have no score. Stand by, folks. Just got a message here from my buddy Josh Thompson. Shots on goal are 17 for Barrie. And unfortunately, Gilmore has not had a shot on goal yet, but I suspect that will change in period number 2. Everybody wave. The Sharks' parents are changing ends. So there'll be a flood after the second period. And then the Sharks will go home. Then they go on the road next weekend. Once again, they're in Cambridge on Friday night and then in London. Of course, keep your eye out on social media and you'll find out for those times. I am making the trip with the team to cover both of those games next weekend, so I'm extremely excited about that. Good, clean period. No, well, except for the one penalty being called early on. Other than that, it's been mostly 5-on-5. We'll get set here for puck drop. 15 minutes back on the clock. All right, looks like it's going to be Sadie France to start the second. Gilmore is still figuring out their forward line. They got the defense on right now. All right, now we're set for period number 2. Puck is down. Gilmore has it after the draw. Comes all the way back into the Sharks' end. Let's see how long it stays there. Meta finds it behind the goal line, being chased by a rival. Right on her heels, the other number 10. Up to De Silva. She'll bring it in the zone. Hits the brakes. Sends it down low in the near side corner for Jenny Keller. Looking to get it out in front as they battle for it behind the net. Keller out in front to De Silva. She fires. That skips aside. Saved by Nolan. De Silva finds it in the far side corner, trying to work it free. Wins the battle, gets it to the blue line. Charette down for Piper 7. Fires it through. Another save by Nolan. She's faced 17, now 18 shots here, and she's been steady between the pipes for Gilmore. Gilmore relieves the pressure, and it will go the distance, and that should be icing, and it is. The face-off to the right of Nolan. I do have to admit, these Gilmore Academy jerseys are sharp. I do like black, blue, and white. Reminds me of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I also love those jerseys. Shot in through the slot. Gilmore picks it up, gets it to neutral. Gabby Willard stops it at the red line. Sends it back down. Into the near side corner and out the other end, so the Sharks are going to have to backtrack in their own end. Battle for it behind Sador. Again, has not seen a shot on goal yet. She's had to be sharp, though. Far side corner. Cycles around. Gilmore finds it, trying to get it out in front. Shot right on the doorstep, just fanned on it. Couldn't get the full force of the stick behind her shot. Sharks Adriel Charette picks it up and gets it to neutral. Bring it in the zone, fires, toe save by Nolan. Battle for it on the far side. May Severn has it on her stick, sends it to the blue line. Cosgrave through traffic, fires it in, saved by Nolan, and she'll cover that up for a face-off. Sam Larmer to take the draw for the Sharks. Oh, looking at the net on the other side, that's what the delay is. Stand by, folks. Ready now? Yep, there we go. Here's the whistle. Play continues here in the Gilmore Academy end zone, far side. Shot back in for Simone Swanson. Gilmore taking over behind the net, trying to clear the zone. Back behind the goal line it goes. Cosgrave at the blue line. She'll step in, hand it off. Nope, McKay is not in the right position. Sharks still in possession of that puck though. Swanson at the blue line. She'll wait. Hands it off to Dion. Back to Swanson at the blue line. Over to Sam Larman. Larman sends it over to Dion. Dion through traffic and a save by Nolan. Here comes Gilmore Academy through neutral, sliding over the blue line. Sharks find the puck and take over. Maddie McCabe bringing it in the end. Makes a turn, looks for a partner. Slides it over to Abby Brumwell. Fires, save by Nolan. Play continues here with the puck drop to the right of Nolan. Gilmore has it after the draw. Try and clear the zone. They do. Sends it all the way down. Icing waved off? Nope. That's an icing call, so we'll have a face-off back in the Gilmore end. Mally Winter to take the draw. It'll swing around to the near side corner, picked up by Gilmore, but not out. Nope, taken over by Mally Winter for the Barrie Sharks. She's pushed off the puck. It'll squeak free. Taya Wallace trying to find it behind the net. Brumwell coming in to give her a hand. She'll drop pass it back to Wallace, looking for Brumwell in front. Gets the shot off, but it goes past the far side post. Brumwell trying to sell the bouncing puck down. We'll hand it off to Meta. 7. Meta, play a little catch. Through. Meta shoots through traffic, and it's hit by a Gilmore Academy lady, and she'll send it down into the Sharks' end. Almost 4 minutes here in period number 2. No score, pick off in front. Zador had to be careful. What an interception by Gilmore Academy right in front of the crease. Pass out in front. Gilmore still has possession of that puck in the Sharks' end. Looking to get it out in front. Sharks keeping them on the outside. Battle down deep in the corner. Sharks find it and send it to the far side. Back behind the goal. Gilmore holds the blue line, sends it through the crease, through the slot, and it's picked up by the Sharks. It'll trickle down to the Gilmore defense. They'll wait, put it back out in front. They'll fire. Sonny Meta behind Zador, lifts that puck, looking for De Silva, nearly found her stick. Just skips off the end of her blade. Battle fork down in the near side corner. French trying to shovel it in the short side. No one's going to put a stop to that. On the face-off to the left of Nolan. Here, Sadie France to take the draw. They'll battle for that puck in the near side corner. Keller comes away with it to the far side. Keller at the point, fires it through. That's deflected by a skate. In the near side corner. De Silva upends her rival. Shot in by Jenna Keller. Loose puck in front. Gilmore finds it and will get rid of it. That will be icing. Nope, icing waved off. Larman shoved into the boards. Looks like she's okay. No, that's Charette, excuse me. Puck will come back to the Gilmore end, and that will be icing. It's so cold in here, my tripod is sticking. Every whistle, I'm putting my hands in my pocket because this is a cold rink. All right, 9:41 on the board in period number 2, and then we'll take a break. Face off to the left of Zador. 7 to the nearest side for Cosgrave. Cosgrave trying to feed up to Kaya Harbeck. It does get to neutral. In comes Kate Stewart with some speed, trying to cut to the middle. Oh, Gilmore Academy fanned on the shot, but does get the puck out of bounds. And we'll go all the way to Annabella Cosgrave in her own end. Looking for Kaya Harbeck again on the near side. Harbeck loses it for a split second. Cosgrave finds it, sends it over to her D partner, Dion. She'll send it down into the Gilmore Academy end. Harbeck gets to it, looking for the wraparound. Tries to feed out for Sever, and Sever gets a shot up but misses on the far side to the blue line. Piper 7 holds on. Stewart trying to drive through, hands it right back off to her D partner, and we're going to have a whistle here. So the net is off. It's been a constant thing here this week, and I find every game that I've called there's been multiple whistles due to the net being knocked off. Sam Lorman to take the draw. Won by the Sharks. To Meta. Meta sends it over. Looking for Maddie McKay. McKay finds it in the near side corner, turns around, holds on, feeds it back to Meta. Meta steps in, shoots it through traffic. Gilmore blocks that one, and the puck will escape all the way down into the Sharks' end. 7 to Lormand. Lormand bringing it in. She's got Swanson on her right. She'll fire, and that goes up and hits the mesh. So we'll have another face-off. Face up to the right of Nolan, who's been stellar in net. She has been peppered, beyond peppered with shots, more like cayenne peppered with shots. Puck just slides through. McKay does all she can to hold on to that puck, even from her knees. It'll come out to the neutral zone. Charette making a turn, hands it back off to Larman, who sends it to the far side. Swanson brings it in with Larman on her right. Looking for Larman, hits the far side post. Swanson behind the net. Wanting to get it out in front. Swanson shovels it off. Hands it to Willard at the blue line. Willard steps in. Down for Charette with the one-timer and a save by Nolan. Near side corner. McKay comes in. Through traffic again in the slot. Picked up by Gilmore Academy. Right off to Taya Wallace. Shot in front. And they score. Leading the charge over there is Sam Larman. 1-0 Barrie Sharks here in the second period. Mally Winter on the draw. Puck sits there for a second. Gilmore finds it. Gilmore Academy dumps it down into the Sharks' end. Zador will leave it for her defense. Kathleen Dion. She'll steer around looking for Abby Brumwell. Brumwell to the far side for Taya Wallace. She'll come in. Winter on her right. Looking to pass off. Makes the shot herself. Saved by Nolan. Loose puck in the blue paint. Wallace turns around and fires, and she scores. Back at center ice, Winter to take the draw again. Cosgrave bobbled the puck for a second, but hands it back to Dion. Gilmore, feisty in neutral zone, trying to gather that puck and get it into the Sharks' end. Their final game in round robin play for Gilmore, that is, was against Central York, and that was a 3-0 loss, so no scoring in that game either. So Gilmore is going to want to gather together here and see if they can't get on the board and get into this game. They'll bring it across the blue line, setting it down deep. Winter giving chase. Out in front, looking to gather it into the slot. They'll make a turn right in front. Hands it back off to the defense. Defense will fire, and Zador's got that in the glove. Face off to the right of Ava Sidor. 7 behind the net. Out front for Keller. Keller looking for De Silva. De Silva again on fire since she's come off the injured list. She was off for quite a bit. Sharks are happy to have her back with the way she is contributing. Back behind the net for Gilmore. Sharks trying to find it. Sadie Francis got it. Looking to get it out in front for Keller or De Silva. Back to the blue line for Meta. Down to 7. 7 throwing it in. That hits the forward in front for Gilmore Academy. Back to Meta. Backhand behind the goal line. Keller's going to chase after it. Can't find it. Gilmore defense hands it off to their goaltender, who's going to put a stop to that.
Yeah, Carly.
I would have to say the busiest person on the ice has been Nolan for Gilmore Academy in net. And she's standing tall. She's making some good stops. De Silva holds on to the blue line. Nope, sends it back to neutral for Gabby Willard. Willard sends it forward. Right on to a Gilmore stick. They'll bring it in the Sharks' end. They try to cut to the middle. They do. In the slot. Fires. That's deflected up and over. Loose puck in front. Gilmore can't find a way to get a stick on it. Sharks defense get it out of harm's way. Sidor will leave it. Looking for a wraparound. No, Gilmore Academy's got it behind the net. Looking for a stick in front. Willard pushing her rival off that puck, and the puck will come to the neutral zone. Gilmore putting it right back in play. It's going to get picked up by Sadie France, though, coming back the other way. Sadie France cutting to the middle, shoots. Nolan with the save. Down to the near side corner and the blue line. Dion fires it through, save by Nolan. Back to blue line on the other side for Cosgrave. She'll send it down behind the net. Kate Stewart making a turn. Tries to shove it off, picked up by the Gilmore captain, and the Gilmore girls will get it to neutral. They'll dump it down into the Sharks' end. Long pass, tipped off, so no icing. Gilmore finds it behind their netminder. Gets it to neutral, but just over the forward stick, and it'll come all the way down, and that will be icing this time against Gilmore Academy. Face off to the right of Nolan. Sharks put a quick shot in, and it goes in. I thought it was trickling past the far side post. It took an awkward bounce, and it went in. The Sharks will take a 3-0 lead here in the second period. Larmer to take the draw. Here's Charette. She'll peel back as she's being chased by a Gilmore girl. Gilmore brings it in. Can't hold on to the puck. Do a good job trying to steal it away from Gabby Willard, though. It will come to neutral. Up to Sam Lormond. Lormond cuts in. Waits. Fires. Nolan with the glove. Flash no leather. Gotta love goalie action. She's been busy. Face off to the right of Nolan. Gilmore has it after the draw. Back behind the goal line. Looking to get it out in front. Puck will sit there for a second. Swanson finds it. Waits. Fires. Saved by Nolan. Far side. Norman turns. Puts it right back in play. Gilmore defense behind the net to the far side. Looking for a long pass out in front. It goes by everybody. Icing waved off, though. Meta back behind the net, sending it over and to the blue line in front of the Gilmore bench. It comes to neutral. McCabe fires. Saved by Nolan. She finds the rebound, sends it back to Sunny Meta at the blue line. Meta coming to the point, firing it through, misses on the far side. Back to the far side corner. Gilmore Academy finds it, lifts it up to the Gilmore girl forward. Goes by her stick, though, picked up by Sonia Meta. McKay doesn't get too far. Gilmore putting it back the other way. Zador is going to leave it for Piper 7. To neutral. Meta at the red line. She'll dump it down once she crosses that red line and heads off to the bench for a line change. Brumwell finds it in the far side. Looks for Allie Winter. Puck will trickle onto Dion's stick. She'll fire it. Saved by Nolan. That goes into the near side corner. Bit of a skirmish there in front of the net, but play continues. Back to the far side for Cosgrave. Cosgrave down to the near side corner looking for Wallace or Brumwell. Finds a Gilmore stick. Gilmore can't clear it though. Oh, they do now. Gets it to neutral. Cosgrave over to the far side. Wallace trying to cut in. Wallace making a turn, leaving it for Cosgrave as she re-enters the zone. She'll go down deep, looking for Brumwell out in front. Gets it there. Brumwell can't get her stick on it. Gilmore lifting her stick so she can't find it. Ooh, fanned pass attempt by Cosgrave. Great job by the Gilmore girls to lift that stick so Cosgrave can't pass the puck. It trickles into the blue paint, but the Sharks can't find a way to get it in. Now to the far side. Cosgrave holding the line. Bounces off the board. Finds Winter. And back to Jenny Keller. Keller looking at options. She has her stick lifted. Great job by the defense here for Gilmore to lift the sticks of the Barrie Sharks as we come into our final minute of play here in the second period. Up to De Silva. Oops. Now off to Keller. I got too anxious here with my tripod, folks. Sorry. Keller to Charette at the blue line. She'll fire. And it's a glove save by Nolan. Face off to the left of Nolan. Charette off the boards to Jenny Keller. They'll battle for it here on the board, sending it down deep behind the goal line. Nolan watching the post. It'll come back out to Adrielle Charette. Charette holding. She'll do the backhand and shovel it off up and over everybody to the far side corner where Gilmore will get it out. Puck will sit there for a second and Gilmore brings it into the Sharks' end. Back behind the door. Final 20 seconds and then we'll get to step out and warm up. De Silva collides with the Gilmore player. And you could hear that one because it happened right in front of the camera. Neutral. Last attempt here by Gilmore. They'll step in, fire. Good block by Willard as period number 2 comes to an end. 3-0 Barrie Sharks as we go into our third and final period of this tournament. I'm going to put the screenshot on. I'm going to go warm up. I'll be back for the third period, folks. Come on back. Oh, good morning once again, Sharks fans, and welcome back into the Sports World Arena. We're just getting set here for period number 3. I've warmed up a little bit in the hallway, so I think I'm good for 15 more minutes. There we go. 3-0 Barry Sharks here in game number 5, and the girls are just getting set to go on the ice here. Quite excited here to go on the ice for one last period. There we go. Anybody who's on the live stream or watching from Gilmore Academy, welcome on the live stream. I'm sorry I haven't got the proper roster. It was kind of a last minute thing that I found out last night. So, and there are no names in the jerseys here for Gilmore, so I'm sorry I can't call your players. I did find out that the goaltender's name is Minion, I think. Oh no. Is it a different goalie in net? And now we've got Caitlin Larson in net. Larson's now in net for Gilmore. All right, looks like we've got McKay, Larmond, Meta, Sebin, and Swanson on for period number 3. All right, who's ready for one more period here this weekend? Underway. Sebin to the far side for Swanson. Back to Sonia Meta. Gonna have a bit of a crowd here walking in front of my camera as everyone goes back to take their seats. Sebin, sending it down deep. Behind Larson. Gilmore chasing after that puck in the near side corner. It's hard to make out that corner with this angle. Meta to the far side for Piper Sebin. Sebin down low. Looking for Swanson. McKay coming in to give her a hand. Picked up by the Gilmore girls, and they will get to the blue line and out. Puck is lifted. Caught by Sonia Meta right at the red line, so the Sharks will bring it right back in. Nope, they're going to come in offside. So we'll have a face-off here right in front of the Gilmore bench. Nope, we're going to have a face-off down here. I guess it was icing. Battle for it in the neutral zone as the Gilmore girls try to put it back towards the Sharks' end, and they finally do. Bringing it in, shot on goal, blocker save by Zador. Shots on goal after the first 2 periods were 36 and 3. (3-0) Barry Sharks. Certainly isn't from lack of trying by the Gilmore Academy. They put up a good fight. And the netminder, who was in net for the first 2 periods, was strong. Willard at the blue line. Far side for Charette, fires through, back behind the net. Winter trying to dig it out of the corner. Back to Willard at the blue line. So waits, sends it through. Past the far side post, Charette comes and pinches in. Holds onto that puck behind the goal line. Wallace coming in to give her a hand. We're now just about 2 minutes in, our third and final frame here in game number 5 at the USA Canada Cup. So happy to be here this weekend. I hope you guys have enjoyed all the action I've been able to bring you, despite some of my technical difficulties that I've had this weekend. I always have a good time, and I love covering these girls. Abby Brumwell trying to get her stick on the puck. It's going to trickle behind the goal line. Mally Winter gets it out to Gabby Willard. Over to Charette. She'll send it through. That's blocked by a Gilmore girl, and the puck will send all the way down, and that will be icing. Once again, in case you're just joining me, the Sharks are back at action on the road next weekend. They visit Cambridge on Friday night to face off against the Rivulets, and they face off the London Devilettes on Saturday. I'll have both those games for you. Hopefully the technology will cooperate for me. Back behind the goal line. De Silva on the ice. De Silva back to Jenny Keller. Keller holding on, cuts to the middle, hands it off to Kathleen Dion, who steps in and fires through. Larson with the save. Battle down here in the near side corner, picked up by Gilmore, and they will get it out. No, they won't. Dion holds on to that puck at the line, handing it off to De Silva. Tries to hold on to that puck and cut to the minute. No, she's going to go behind. Takes a circle. Almost a full lap. Hands it back to Annabella Cosgrave, who fires it through. Blocker save for Larson. Gilmore's got possession. They'll bring it to neutral, and that will come and go the distance. It'll be another icing call. Can't believe it's already December the 7th. We're inching closer to the end of 2025. I hope everybody's had a fantastic year. Looking forward to 26. More possibilities. Steered aside. Into the corner. Gilmore fighting their way onto that puck as best they can. You can just hear the players hitting the boards from here as they battle for that puck down in the near side corner. It'll go to the far side as the Sharks chase after it. Kate Stewart on the far side looking for that puck. Shot in by De Silva, that misses by the far side. Meta trying to find that puck. Harbeck now on the job as well. Down low. Stewart trying to hold on to that puck and clear it from there, and she does. Hands it off to Sonia Meta. Meta will backtrack to the blue line, sending it to the D partner on the far side. Into the slot, bounces around to a couple of different sticks, and Gilmore Academy will clear the zone. Meta gloves the puck down, just gets around the defense. Is that going to be a penalty call? It is. I think it was a roughing call. Who was it against? Was it against Barry? Yeah, it was 10. Yeah, Gilmore's going to get a power play. Sonia Meta's going to sit for roughing. Not quite understand what that call was for, but she had her glove up and she caught it, but I don't think she punched anybody. Oh, well. Power play opportunity here for Gilmore. Let's see what they can do with it. This play continues here in the third and final period of the tournament. Far side. Gilmore trying to pass it around. It will escape the zone, so they'll have to backtrack. Swanson trying to steal that puck. Back to the defense. To the neutral zone. Trying to put it back the correct direction. There they go. Far side. Trying to cut through and around Sam Larmont. Gilmore taking their time. Coming across that blue line. To the far side. Now at the point. Down low. Still in possession of that puck as they bring it around the boards to the other side. Gilmore finds it. Holds the line. The defense will step in, looking to get a shot. Loses an edge and falls. Can Willard catch up to that puck in time before Gilmore gets to it? No, they'll battle for it here on the near side boards. 1 minute gone in the power play. Gilmore holds on to that puck at the blue line, sending it through traffic. Zador with the gloves. Face off to the left of Zador. Again, she has not been overly busy in this game today. The opposition's goaltenders have been way busier and have done really well. Even though it's 3-0, they're making great stops for their club. Stepping in, trickle by the nearest side post. Gilmore hangs onto it, trying to cut to the middle. Nope, Sharks are going to get to it. Not out though. Gilmore hangs onto it in the Shark zone. Sends over to the defense. Try to corral it down, sends it through. Bouncing puck out in front of Zador. Sharks get it out to the outside and will clear the zone. Maddie McKay trying to get around the forwards. Puck will go up and down. Battle on the boards. Here's Maddie McKay. Maddie McKay stepping in. Now I just realized this, or I realized this afterwards. I didn't realize that Sadie McKay was calling for BH Balmoral Hall yesterday is Maddie McKay's sister, and I did not know that. And if I'd known that, I would have had a bit more fun with the goals. It was awesome to see them play each other, and I met the parents afterwards, and great family, and great hockey players. In the Sharks' end, back to 5-on-5, out in front. Puck's hand off to May Severn. She's got Bromwell with her as they cross the blue line. Cutting in, Severn hits the brakes. She'll make a turn, can't get the shot off. Willard holds the line. Off to Piper Seven. Seven sending it down low to Bromwell. Bromwell holding on, being pushed off that puck to Piper Seven. Out to neutral. Willard bringing it right back in the zone. Turns and fires, saved by Larson. Through neutral zone as the Gilmore Academy try to bring it into the Sharks' end, and they do. It's Gabby Willard backhanding it over to El De Silva on the far side. De Silva looking for Keller, but has her stick lifted. Gilmore taking over. Nope. Right on De Silva's stick. Back and forth over that red line we go, and the Sharks come back into their own zone. One of the Gilmore players looks to be slow to get up, but she's okay as she heads to the bench after a collision. Charette coming in with a head of steam, cuts in, drop passes for Keller. Loses the handle on that. They'll fight for it behind the goal line. Sadie France trying to get her stick on it. Picked up by Gilmore Academy, and they'll get it to the neutral zone. Over the line, right in on target for Zador. And Zador will just hang on for that. We'll have a face-off here in the Sharks' end. 7:19 to go here in the third period. 3-0 Berry Sharks. Game 5. Face off to the right of Zador. Back behind the net. Sharks will get it to the blue line and will trickle past to everybody and will all the way down. You can see by the referee's motions, icing was waved off. Ooh, big collision behind the net. No call coming. Out in front for Kaya Harbeck. That's deflected, and it will exit the zone. Cosgrave trying to hold on to it to backhand off to Kate Stewart as it comes all the way back into the Sharks' end. Now to neutral. They'll dump it down. Zadora's going to leave it for Annabella Cosgrave. Sliding up to Kaya Harbeck. Inside the blue line, Meta fights for that. Gilmore Academy puts it down behind the Sharks' goal line. Picked up by May Severn. She'll cut to the middle. Work herself around the forwards. Sends it through. Deflected by Kaya Harbeck, who's going to head to the bench. Looking for a pass out in front for Sam Lorman. She's a couple of strides behind, but catches up with that puck on the far side. Tries to hand it over to Cosgrave, but it bounces out into the neutral zone and all the way back. Amanda McKay's all the way back. Lormand up to McKay, overshoots, but she gets back to it. Pushes her way forward. Nope. Gilmore Academy coming back the other way. Interesting stick play here in the neutral zone. Sharks gather that puck and bring it back into the Gilmore end. Back to neutral. Willard waits, sends it through. Lorman nearly had an opportunity. It comes back to the red line. Gilmore Academy bringing it into the Sharks zone and back out to neutral. Sharks coming back into the Gilmore end. Swanson enters the zone and fires, saved by Larson. Loose puck picked up by the Gilmore defense. Out into the neutral zone, and here comes Gilmore Academy. 2-on-2. Can't get a shot off. Sharks block that one. Up to McKay. McKay by herself, waits for reinforcements. She'll backhand the first reinforcement that arrives, which is Taya Wallace. She'll battle for that back behind on the goal line. Reclaimed by Gilmore Academy, and they'll get it back out. A lot more spunk and Gilmore steps here in the third period. Final 5 minutes of play. Seven brings it right back in to Wallace. Wallace fires. Larson got a piece of it. Rebound available. Gilmore picks it up by everybody. And will that go the distance for an icing call? Yes, it will. 4:42 remaining in the third period. 3-0 Berry Sharks. Far side, making a turn. Brumwell trying to drive through, picked up by a Gilmore girl, and they'll get it to neutral. Ooh, push and shove by Sonia Meta. Got away with that as Meta drives the net. Long pass out to the neutral zone for Gilmore Academy. It'll enter the zone, come all the way down, and that will be another icing call. Oh, Winters called on a penalty. Check to the head. Is it 2 or 4? 2 minutes. So with 4:10 remaining in the third period, Gilmore will have another power play opportunity as Mally Winter is called for a check to the head. Face off just outside the blue line here. Gilmore has it. Comes into the Sharks zone, but not for long. Cosgrave gets rid of it and sends it down into the Gilmore end. Behind the net. It'll come all the way up to Dion. She puts it back in play. Again, the Sharks are shorthanded. Gilmore in their own end will have to regroup and re-coordinate. Steal away by Jenny Keller, looking for France in front. Still, she'll turn and fire, saved by Larson. France finds it again off the boards, hits a couple of shin guards, and Gilmore is going to clear the zone. Dion putting it back in play in the Gilmore end. Again, Gilmore is on a power play for just a little bit more than a minute. Gilmore through center. Bad away by Kate Stewart. Kate Stewart bringing it back the other way into the Gilmore end. She'll cut to the middle. She will. Fires. Saved by Larson. Rebound available. And I think that's a goal. And it is. Kate Stewart with the shot. Looks like she was initial save by Larson, caught the rebound and got it in. That's shorthanded as well. Face off with Stewart on the dot. Charette lifts it and puts it back to the Gilmore end. Great job on the penalty kill by the Barrie Sharks. Final 3 minutes to play. I've had a great time this weekend talking to lots of parents with the Barrie Sharks as well as other organizations. Love the opportunity to meet and talk to new people. It's been fun. I never did finish my story though yesterday, covering the game at the WMRC. There is a walking track and a racetrack around the perimeter of that rink. And so you can see in the images of my live stream as Larson gets the puck and covers it up. You can see in the images of my live stream people walking around all the time. And the reason why there's so many people walking around is because there's a track there. I guess it's better than walking outside, especially this time of year. It's a nice facility though, WMRC. Face off to the right of Larson. Coming into final 10 seconds here, the power play for Gilmore. They've only had a couple of shots on goal. Sharks have done a great job keeping them away from their goaltender. Gilmore making a turn. Nope. Severn puts it back towards the Gilmore end as the penalty has expired. Back to 5-on-5 and approaching the 2-minute warning. Wallace down the corner for May Severn. Harbeck's parked in front waiting for a pass. She'll back up, waiting for that. She'll cut back in, waiting for a one-timer. No, Wallace is going to step in, hands it off to Piper Severn. She'll chase after it behind the goal line. Pushed off the puck. Puck will squirt free. Wallace skates in. Nope, it's going to be May Severn to gather that puck. Sending it towards the goal, and Kaya Harbeck just couldn't settle that puck down and get a shot off. It's going to trickle onto a Gilmore stick, and Gilmore... No, they won't clear it. Harbeck finds it, holds on to it at the blue line. Now Gilmore's got it and chip it off the boards to the neutral zone. Under 90 seconds to go. Around the backside is Simone Swanson. Dion down deep. They'll battle for it here in the near side corner. Makes a turn. Hits a body, doesn't reach the target. Final minute of play. Here comes Gilmore on a bit of a breakaway. Just got Dion in front. Bit of a two-on-one. Nope, not. Sharks get back there in a hurry. Into the corner. Back behind the goal line there. Isadora looking to her left. Final 35 seconds here in period number 3. 2 black, 2 white. It's going to land on white. Here's Simone Swanson finding that puck, looking to get it out to neutral zone so Maddie McKay can run away with it. Still staying in the Barrie end. Saved by Isadora and a shot in. Dion backhanding it. Time for one final rush here for Maddie McKay and Sam Lorman with 10 seconds to go. In the near side corner, 3 seconds, and this is how this one, no, shot in by, Winter steps in and looked like she had an opportunity, but it couldn't settle it down on her stick. But this game is going to end 4-0 in favor of the Barrie Sharks, and that's how they'll wrap up the tournament and head home. One final reminder, the Sharks are on the road next weekend, visiting Cambridge and London on Friday and Saturday. I hope you can join me for those live streams. I cannot wait to get back to regular season action as the two teams meet here at Center Right and shake hands. Once again, I love how these girls shake hands after the game. And then once they're done with that, they go and shake the hands of the coaches on the opposite side. And then they'll shake hands of the officials who stand on the red line and high-five the girls as they come by. I love that tradition. Oh, folks, I'm going to sign off here from Sports World. My name is Cheryl Gilroy. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Whether you cheered on the Sharks or cheered on your Gilmore girls, thank you for joining me here this morning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next Friday night. Keep the faith.